I've given the talk this morning an unusual topic, or at least title. What does a dandelion have to offer us? Journey with me and maybe we'll find out. The dandelion is often misunderstood, considered a non-native invasive plant in some areas, appearing in every crack of the sidewalk, taking over any garden of unclaimed soil, and dominating open fields. Some believe the dandelion should be heavily managed. Many gardeners see it as a pest and a threat. It can cause significant economic damage by infesting crops worldwide. In Denali National Park, volunteers are encouraged to participate in an annual Dandelion Demolition Day, where invasive species are identified and demolished. However, others see the dandelion as a remarkable gift. Because it blooms early in spring before other plants, it provides an important food source to animals, birds, insects, and pollinators. Every part of the plant, leaves, stems, flower, and roots, is edible and nutrition-rich. It turns out the dandelion is more nutritious than broccoli or spinach, for those broccoli lovers. Humans use dandelions for food, tea, medicine, an incredible amount of different medicines, wine, and the yellow heads for a dye. The Vermont State Parks system is so impressed with the plant's health benefits, they gave dandelions away this year. Regarding its physical structure, at least 4 universities are researching the aerodynamics of the dandelion seeds. These studies have inspired the development of a small-scale drones that require little or no power consumption. All of these use the mechanics of the seed's little parachutes. Some drones are used to investigate volcanic lava tubes, monitor the climate, and reforestation and dispersal of seed pods. My own experience with dandelions started when I lived in a U.S. Air Force base in Louisiana, where my father was stationed. His entire career was with the Air Force. Our base housing was considered temporary because we were there for a limited time before my dad was transferred to a new base. Sorry, I didn't expect that. Despite being temporary, my mother worked hard to maintain a garden, or at least a tidy front yard. She loved gardening. Later in retirement, she formed her own beautification committee, where she drove her golf cart to different spots in the community to plant and care for roses and all things blooming. In those early days, I helped her with the gardening. Our main task in our meager little front lawn was to remove pesky dandelions. They appeared everywhere, choking out the few grass blades that tried to form a lawn. The leaves, stems, and flowers were easily removed, but the deep roots were nearly impossible to dig out. You can always count on another dandelion popping up at another time at that very same spot. The bright yellow flowers at the end of a long stem were cherished. We picked the flowers, carefully split the seams, and then interlocked the stems to create a chain. The milky sap of the stems made my fingers sticky. I wore my dandelion chain as a crown, proud and happy. If I was lucky, I found a flower that had gone to seed, a perfect sphere filled with tiny seeds, each with a tiny parachute. I watched these seeds take flight, carrying hopes and dreams. As I discovered the remarkable attributes of the dandelion, I wondered how it managed to survive and thrive since its evolution 30 million years ago. The answers came from many sources, some of which offered inspiring suggestions for humans based on the dandelion's properties and behavior. I found that the dandelion possesses deep roots of resilience. From the horticulture extension of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, I learned that dandelions thrive in environments where other plants struggle, showcasing an unwavering ability to adapt. They grow almost everywhere in the world, except in tropical and Arctic areas. They prefer rich soil, but will grow in any kind of soil. They withstand frost and freezing and tolerate crowding. Heat and insufficient moisture will cause the leaves to get bitter, but won't kill the plant. They like the sun, but shade is okay too. The deep taproot, most often 6 to 12 inches, and sometimes as deep as 3 feet, allows it to survive drought and competition from other weeds. Each part of the dandelion serves a purpose. The leaves, flowers, and roots contribute to its survival. When you witness dandelions returning year after year, it reminds you that resilience can be a powerful trait in our own lives. Embracing life's challenges with the same boldness of a dandelion can foster personal growth and inspiring transformation. The beauty of the dandelion lies in the simple transformation of a radiant flower to a globe-shaped seed head, poised to release its seeds to the wind. Each plant can release up to 20,000 seeds. For me, the dandelion seeds can also be seeds of hope. We are reminded that dandelions represent hope in various contexts. Their ability to bloom in harsh environments signals the potential for new beginnings, even in challenging circumstances. The bright yellow flowers emerge first, signaling that life persists despite adversity. When you blow on a dandelion's fluffy seed head, you participate in a ritual of making wishes, reinforcing their connection to hopes and aspirations. There is an excerpt of a poem by Denise Levertot, and it describes how hope is spread in a method similar to the distribution of dandelion seeds. I have a small grain of hope, one small crystal that gleams clear colors out of transparency. I need more. I break off a fragment to send you. Please take this grain of hope so that mine won't shrink. Please share your fragment so that yours will grow. Only so, by division, will hope increase. When the dandelion's DNA is analyzed, I am sure at least one chromosome is labeled hope. In a recent Forbes article, describes hope as not just a passing wishing, but an active, dynamic process. They introduced hope theory, which American psychologist C.R. Snyder developed. Hope theory consists of goals, pathways, and agency. Goals result from our ability to organize and plan and make decisions. Pathways refer to various routes that we take to achieve our goals. There are many twists and turns along the way, but there is more than one way to get to our destination. Agency is our ability to believe in ourselves despite obstacles that may arise. In short, you can get to where you want if you keep your composure and hold on to hope. Research also finds that those who cultivate hope are better equipped to handle adversity because they focus on achievable goals rather than current stressors. Hope turns challenges into opportunities for growth. It helps people focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Resilience and hope are critical for navigating life's challenges, fostering mental health, and promoting personal growth. Despite challenges, the power of hope has emerged as a guiding force for individuals and communities. It has inspired resilience, unity, and the belief in a better future. Dandelions, resilience, hope. Let us emulate the heroic dandelion, establish deep roots into that which sustains you. Build an interconnected chain of confidence. Spread the flyaway seeds of hope far and wide. And when we falter, start again. When our seeds of hope land, they will grow with persistence, resilience, flourishing in the harshest environments, yet always yielding a bright, deep-rooted resolve that defies all obstacles. May it be.